talk about Rafe.
Mhm.
What type of relationship and friendship would you say he and Derek have when we meet them at the start of the film?
I think it's very yin and yang. Derek is a steady guy who makes sound choices, grounded, looks at the big picture. Rafe is a guy that's willing to take some risks, willing to live in the moment, want to have some fun, throw caution to the wind, and not care about what people think, and not really worried about the consequences of his actions. Because he's a singular guy. He's just that's who he is. He's the kind of guy you want to hang out with and keep around because when all else fails, Rafe is going to have something going on. You call him, what's going on? Rafe's got something going on. That's who he
Right?
is.
He's the hookup. He's the one that
He's the
keeps
hookup. He's the
everything
plug.
going.
He's the plug. Rafe is the plug.
So, in reading the production notes, I saw you use the word duality to describe some of the characters, some of the themes of this, and in protecting love, secrets, positions.
Mhm.
What do you think is the biggest challenge for someone like Rafe as far as making sure his loyalties are aligned and that he is being a good friend?
Rafe is a guy that he has good intentions, and I think he does. I say he doesn't have a conscience. I think he does, but people like him, because they're two faced and they have a duality. I think psychologically they justify things in their head, as most people do. And once they justify it in their head, they can sleep at night. People, if you can play, it's a mind game. Some people are not very good at, living dual lives, and some people are better than others because there's a certain quality to them that doesn't play well with others, and they don't really care what the rules are. They're just living for themselves. And so if he can sort of feel that he is, not hurting anyone, it's like what you don't know won't hurt you. And if he can feel like he could, it's serving a purpose, then he'll do it. So that's who he is. And unfortunately, there's a bit of a narcissist vibe to Rafe. And when you have friends like that, sometimes things happen.
I want to talk a little bit about your relationship with Dion Taylor. I spoke
Mhm.
with you both last year. Last year, I think it's been a
Mhm.
long year
Yeah, it's been
for
a long year, like two
for
years ago.
the Black and Blue junket, and you two seem to really work well together. So I want to know what that chemistry is like for you as an actor working with a director, but also as the friendship that seems to have developed out of that.
Yeah, I think having somebody like Dion, this is the first film I'd worked with him on, Fatale, and Black and Blue was the second, so it came out the different way. Black and Blue came out first, so this was the first venture with Dion. When you work with somebody like Dion, you realize that it's a family affair. He's got his wife working with him. He's bringing his daughter into it. Um, and I think for him, he builds relationships with people like when you look at the film, it's like Derek and Rafe. He's got a partner he works with, Omar. There's a lot of friendship and family in the way he works with people, and I think it's sort of infectious when you step on a stage with him, or you talk to him. He's never lacking for energy. He's inspirational. He's a guy that he lets you do your thing. He trusts your instincts, and he just makes you feel like you can't really make a wrong choice. So let's just try and explore and see where we end up and how does it best serve the film and the character. And he has an eye for that. He's seen a lot of films. He's a film buff, and so he knows what works and what doesn't work. And I think that's speaks volumes. Puts the right people around him, and so he's just I think he's just getting started.